I feel like this is a good intellectual point to make. If you take the average human from, like, wherever you live, right? And then you put her, next to the average human from fucking, like, 1,000 years ago, right? And you bring them together, and you ask them both, right? Like, questions.
A series of
questions about, like, their mind and how they, like, feel and why they do the things they do.
Yep.
The answers are probably exactly very close, or at least from the same vein.
It'd be like, oh, my wife wants me to fix up the barn, and the fucking kids are getting on my ass. Like, it would be, and then it would be like a woman who's like, you know, fucking, I don't know, sexism, and this just sucks, and I've got to do the washing, and I got to do the fucking thing. It would be almost the same description of what they do. They would use different tools, but they would do the exact same shit that we do. They would literally, like...
And that's about how we're still peasants in nowadays society. If you actually look at it, right? You look at the history of humans, you look at where we're at now, you look at how jobs work, and how, like, capitalism and all that shit works, you figure out that we are still the peasant class. We never got out of the peasant class.
No.
Like, we've just been in peasant class.
The peasant class didn't go away. There's no line in history where it's like,
suddenly all the peasants are wealthy now.
Now they're just citizens. Like, no, they're all peasants. And, like, nowadays, most of the money in the world is held by the fucking royals, you know, whatever you want to call them, the fucking monarchy, the fucking aristocracy. The rich people, they have almost all the money. And most people are stuck. We are still manually laboring. We're still... An office job is not that different than, you know, a Roman fucking peasant slave who has to make clay pots or has to write. You know, there was plenty of writing jobs that peasants did as well. Like, we're still the working class, the normal average person is part of the peasantry, the people, the commoners.
The filthy commoners.
Yeah, and there's no... the wealth discrepancy, the wealth disparity between poor and wealthy has actually grown since those times, not lessened. Like, the rich people are more rich now than they have ever been.
There's that one statistic where it's like the average pay... Sorry if it's way louder because I walked over here.
Yeah.
The average pay of a CEO has gone up like fucking 1,000 times, 10,000 times.
Yeah, and the minimum wage.
The minimum wage hasn't changed
at all.
Even with inflation and all that.
Yeah, the buying power has gone down. Like in the medieval times, a peasant family would probably have a fucking house and a cow and some horses and some goats, and so they would have more, like, a roughly equivalent value of shit. Like, if you take into account inflation and stuff, they probably got paid more, like, for being sailors and shit.
And that's just about how capitalism sucks. You know, that's basically what that means.
Capitalism sucks. We are all animals, and most people are peasants in the, like, a still very segmented, hierarchical monkey society that we live in. You know what I mean? The medieval ages are now... They look different, but they really aren't. Like, you know, like...
We wear, like, nice clothes now.
Yeah.
And, like, shit, we have shoes.
Sure, like, some people have landed on the moon. Some people, like, get to use incredible technology, like MRI, like gene sequencing and stuff. Most human beings are doing the same shit that they ever did.
It's the same, and it's the same as, like, fucking the Queen of England deciding, what is it, to invade India or something.
Yeah, like yeah.
Rich people have always been able to do whatever they want to do.
And they still can. Jeffrey Epstein, Trump, let's go. You know, you don't want to go through that list. Murdoch, like fucking Bezos, fucking... Even Elon's fucking out there not doing great.